Welcome to this audiobook summary of The Black Swan, The Impact of the Highly Improbable by Nassim Nicholas Taleb. In this thought-provoking book, Taleb explores the concept of highly improbable, yet hugely impactful events, which he calls Black Swans. He argues that our world is profoundly shaped by these rare and unpredictable events, things like stock market crashes, revolutions, and unexpected scientific breakthroughs. These events seem impossible to foresee, but when they do happen, they change everything. Let's explore the main ideas of the Black Swan and see how understanding this concept can shift our approach to life and decision-making. What is a black swan? Taleb defines a black swan as an event that has three main qualities. It's highly unpredictable, it has a massive impact, and after it happens, people come up with explanations that make it seem predictable, even if it wasn't. Taleb's choice of the term black swan comes from an old European saying that all swans are white. People believed this until black swans were discovered in Australia, proving that something assumed impossible was actually real. Black swans can be both positive, like sudden technological advances, or negative, like financial crashes. But whether good or bad, they dramatically alter the way we live. Taleb argues that because of our limited experiences and the limits of what we know, we often fail to see these events coming, which is why they have such a massive impact. Why we struggle to predict black swans. One of the reasons we fail to predict black swans is that we tend to rely on patterns and past experiences. We assume that what happened before will keep happening, so we miss the possibility of unexpected events. Taleb calls this tendency the narrative fallacy, where we try to create neat stories to explain things. This makes us believe the world is more predictable than it really is. Another reason is confirmation bias. We tend to notice information that supports what we already believe and ignore anything that doesn't. This makes us blind to evidence that suggests something unusual might happen. Taleb argues that these mental shortcuts, while sometimes useful, make us overlook the potential for rare but important events. The limits of forecasting. Taleb is highly critical of forecasting and prediction methods, especially in finance and economics. He argues that most predictions fail because they don't account for black swans. Since black swans are unpredictable by nature, traditional forecasting methods often overlook them, leading to poor decisions. For example, economists rarely predicted major market crashes before they happened, and yet, after the fact, they explain why it should have been expected. Taleb points out that forecasting is flawed and encourages us to accept uncertainty rather than trying to predict the unpredictable. Living in a black swan world. So, how can we adapt to a world where black swans exist? Taleb suggests embracing uncertainty and finding ways to benefit from unpredictability. Instead of trying to forecast the future, he advises building resilience and preparing for the unexpected. He also suggests embracing antifragility, which means creating systems or habits that don't just survive uncertainty, but thrive in it. For example, instead of investing in only one type of stock, diversifying your investments across different types lowers the risk. If one investment suffers a major loss, you'll still have others to rely on. Taleb believes that being open to new experiences and being willing to change plans based on new information can help us handle black swans better. The role of luck and uncertainty. Taleb reminds us that luck and randomness play a huge role in success. People often look at successful individuals and assume they were simply talented or smart, but Taleb argues that luck and unpredictable events play a huge role. This doesn't mean hard work isn't important, but it does mean that we should be humble about what we think we know. Understanding the role of luck and randomness helps us avoid overconfidence and keeps us grounded. Taleb suggests we remain open to unexpected opportunities and avoid being discouraged by failure, as randomness is simply part of life. Learning from black swans. Taleb encourages us to pay attention to negative knowledge, or things that didn't work out, as well as to things that did. By studying past black swans and understanding why they had such a big impact, we can learn to recognize the warning signs, if there are any, of future black swans. However, it's essential to remember that we still can't predict them. He also encourages us to seek robustness and simplicity. Simple systems are easier to adapt when things go wrong. In personal life, this could mean keeping a flexible schedule or maintaining a healthy financial cushion. Practical tips for embracing the Black Swan. Taleb's advice includes some practical steps for living in a world of unpredictability. Diversify your assets and interests. Don't rely too heavily on one path or one type of success. Expect the unexpected. Be prepared to face surprises, whether in work, finances, or personal life. Stay open-minded and avoid overconfidence. Understand that luck and randomness play a large role in success. Embrace learning from failure. Mistakes can teach us a lot, especially about things that don't work. By adopting these attitudes, we become better at handling uncertainty and less dependent on predictions that may turn out to be wrong. Conclusion: embracing life's uncertainty. Thank you for joining us for this audiobook summary of The Black Swan by Nassim Nicholas Taleb. Taleb's work serves as a reminder that our world is filled with unpredictable, highly impactful events. Rather than trying to eliminate risk or predict the future, we should focus on building resilience and embracing the unknown. Life's greatest changes often come from black swans, and by understanding their nature, we can learn to use them to our advantage. If you enjoyed this summary, please subscribe for more insights on navigating uncertainty and living with greater awareness of the unexpected. Embrace the unknown and see it as a path to growth and learning. Thank you for listening, and may your journey be filled with resilience, curiosity, and discovery.